I'm not going to get into why someone might be interested in frying chicken in avocado oil, but I am. I've done it. I've used coconut oil before as well. But let's just say I'm interested in trying it. It has to be good. I want to make sure I can get spicy fried chicken out of it as well, maybe something like a Nashville hot chicken. And I want to make sure that I get good leftovers, right? All using avocado oil to fry my chicken. So if you're interested, follow along. I've already started. As you can see, I started around 1 o'clock, and this first part is just going to be getting the batter together. I'm not going to eat the fried chicken until closer to dinner time, 5 or 6 o'clock my time. But you can get this part done, stick it in the fridge, let it hang out for a little while, come back to it when you're ready. So I'm making the batter, a lot of buttermilk. It's about 3 or 4 cups. A couple dashes of hot sauce, whatever you're partial to. I think I put an egg or 2 in there to help it bind a little better. I'm going to get some flour. Just all-purpose flour works fine. And I'm using chicken thighs. You can see there I got a wire rack, put them out. It's about 2 packs, so 12 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I got my buttermilk mixture, flour, a little bit of salt, and I'm just going to dredge each chicken thigh in that flour mixture before I even put it in the buttermilk. I know a lot of people want to brine their fried chicken in buttermilk. That's fine too. This is a method I like. It stays on really well, the coating does. It makes great leftovers, so the day after, 2 days after, if it'll last. This is just what I go with. I'm not saying what's the best, I'm not saying what's the worst. This works for me. So dredge each piece, and now you're gonna go wet hand, dry hand. I might mess this up really quickly at the very beginning, but the idea is one hand's for wet stuff, one hand's for dry stuff, and you're going to dunk each chicken thigh into the buttermilk mixture, and then you're going to coat it really well with that flour mixture. And you're looking for a real craggly surface. The more the craggly it is, the more crispy and crunchy your fried chicken will be at the end. So I'll actually go back through, but I want to give everything a good pass here. Buttermilk mixture, egg mixture, hot sauce mixture, and then into that flour. Really roll it around so you don't have really exposed raw chicken parts. Well, I mean, it's all raw, but you know what I'm saying, exposed, pink. You want it all to be that covered in the dredge in the white, sort of like you want your fried chicken to be, right? You want it fried everywhere. You want it crispy and crunchy everywhere. So I'll actually finish that tray, and I'm going to come back through and go back through the dry. So this is the last one in the buttermilk. Get that covered. And now, because some of the buttermilk is dripped off in that bowl of flour, you get a little bit different texture. And so the first ones that you put through were going to be a little less clumpy. And that's what I'm looking for, some of the clumps. So I'm taking everything back through, just sort of pressing stuff on, make sure I get some of those clumpy, floury, crunchy pieces on. They're not crunchy yet, but they will be. And I just go back through those chicken thighs. So I started around 1 o'clock. I'm going to clean up as I go, wash my hands, because raw chicken, you know. And someone's going to ask, do I wash my chicken before I cook it? No, I don't. A couple reasons. You're going to make a mess. When you put raw chicken in your sink, you're going to splatter raw chicken juice all over the place when you blast it with water to wash it. Also, I'm not sure what you think I'm going to have on the chicken that frying in 350-degree oil is not going to take care of. So, no, I don't wash my chicken. If you want to, that's all you. Now I'm getting my spice rubbed together that I'm going to put on the Nashville hot chicken, the spicy chicken. So I have 12 thighs. I'm going to make 4 of them spicy, sort of the Nashville hot chicken. I'm going to use just a hot sauce out of the fridge and another 4, and just leave the last 4 as they are out of the fry, just to show you that you can kind of spice this up. So look, that took a half an hour to get all that ready. You can make any kind of fried chicken really that you want to. So getting my frying pan out, it's like the cheapest thing ever. Plug it in. I'm pouring a whole bottle of avocado oil in. Glug, glug, glug. And then I'm going to bring it up to 350 degrees. So it's almost 4:30 in the afternoon now. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if you care. I cleaned up a little bit, changed clothes, showered, other order, showered, changed clothes, ran a couple errands, came back. So 3 hours after I made that chicken, put it in the fridge, pull it out, Brought my oil up to temp. Make sure your oil is up to temp, right? Don't put it in there before it is. Get that fried chicken in there. This works for me. I make 12 pieces at a time. It's way more than we eat, but I always make sure we have leftovers, or unless I'm having people over. And then that pan holds 6 at a time. And it's slow. My process here is kind of slow. So I come back and forth. I like to fiddle with it, but roughly 10 to 12 minutes per side, right? And they're going to be 4 sides because I have 2 batches. So each one's going to take 20 to 30 minutes each set, roughly speaking. So I'm just checking, is it brown enough? It's really going to be your personal preference. Obviously, you need to make sure it gets cooked, but if it stays in there long enough and gets brown enough, it's going to be cooked. I have preheated my oven to 200 degrees. So with this first rack, I heat it on both sides. It's getting nice and crispy, or it is nice and crispy. I'm going to put it on the tray. That tray goes in the oven at 200 just to hold it at temperature. Let the oil come back up to temperature. And now I can do the other 6, put them in there. And the first batch is just hanging out in the oven. Unless you and your family or you and your friends like to eat in batches, right? No judgment. This is just how we do it. Again, clean up as you go. So at the end, not a lot to worry about. Convenient that my dishwasher is right there. Wash, wash, wash. Even the big pans get cleaned off. And by the time the last batch of fried chicken comes out, the kitchen looks great. People can come over. People can sit down for dinner. And I'm not worried about running around at the last minute trying to clean up the mess that I made. And it really, I know everyone wants to give frying a bad name. I'm not saying it's great for you, but if you clean as you go, it's really not a big deal as far as cleanliness. So again, 10 to 12 minutes each side, turn it over, checking, because I like to fiddle. And again, you obviously you need to make sure the chicken is done. And if you want to check it with a thermometer, that's fine. But as far as the exact level of brownness, kind of eyeball it for whatever you and your family like. I could have gone a little bit darker here. It's hard to go too dark. I mean, I guess you can do it, but you're going to want to take it out and eat it well before it gets there. All right, so turn the oil off. I'm going to put this back in the oven. Let that, or keep that warm. But first, I'm taking that oil over there, a little safer. Get this ready. Remember those spices that I made up for the Nashville spicy chicken, the hot chicken? And get a ladle and get about a cup and a half, or a couple ladles worth. It doesn't have to be exact. You're going to pour that over the spices. Use a little whisk. Stir all that together. The spices are going to want to sink to the bottom, so keep whisking. Pour over a couple chicken thighs, and then whisk again. So just pour that right on. And if you use a lot of paprika, which I do, and I'll put the measurements below in the notes, and chili powder and cayenne, it can get really spicy. So if you actually dump a big clump of spice on there, it's going to be warm. And then here's a different way. This is easier. I don't think it tastes as good, but it's easier. Just grab a hot sauce from the fridge, pour it on both sides. And then just to keep it warm, you're going to put it back in the oven. Again, it's only at 200 degrees. It's just warming it. But it's up on a tray, so any grease is going to drop off onto the parchment paper that I got there. And it's about 5:30, so that took about an hour to fry all the chicken, 3 different kinds.